Let's just have a chat with Tim and try and unpick the most incredible game at Goodison Park. The final ever Merseyside derby there. Tim, 2-2 it finished. Tarkowski in the 98th minute. The grand old lady, as they call it, has witnessed some real drama in these derbies down the years. That's got to be right up there. Fitting finish, would you say?
I think so. And you know what? For the way they played, and they started the second half so well. And they go ahead in the game, Beto scores, and it's a decent goal. You know, as he gets in behind, he slots it past Alisson and gives him no chance. And then McAllister gets him back in it he hangs in the air and his header just falls into the corner. I think Pickford should have done possibly a little bit better. And then Mo Salah, we had a quiet evening. He just gave him one chance. And like I said, the boy writes his own scripts. You know, he's a little genius, his touch and his finish. And you just thought Liverpool would go on and win it. But the crowd just carried on. They got louder and louder. And they thought it was just written in the stars here. Do you know that something might happen? And they just kept throwing bodies forward. Moisey made a load of changes. Tarkowski found himself in that dying embers of the game. And then one just fell to him and he volleys it better than ever. If you ever want to score, I mean, it's probably one of them goals where all of us would want to score that goal. And I'm jealous of him tonight that he's actually managed to do that. He caught it so well. I mean, it just fell to him. And it's right up the right end of the field and he smashes it into the top corner and Alisson can't move. It just flies in the top corner. And there was a long VAR check. I thought Michael Oliver had a good game tonight, and I think VAR got this decision right. It took for ages to do it, but then they blow up as soon as they kick off. I think Arne's slot and the scenes after were unsavoury. I think Virgil van Dijk needs a lot of credit. He stood up, he was very calm, he was pulling the coaching staff away, he was pulling Arne's slot away. Curtis Jones, who got a red card. It all stems from Decore running across and celebrating in front of the Liverpool fans at full time. And then Curtis Jones, he just felt he had to stick up for the fans. I don't know why. They need him. You don't need to get yourself a red card. He goes over there and then, they're pulling each other and everyone starts getting involved and the stewards, it's right over towards the Liverpool fans. A little bit unsavoury, but Virgil was just so calm. You know, I've just heard his interview there. He said it is what it is. It's still a point towards our goal, which is to win the Premier League. They would have wanted 3. It keeps it open, in my opinion, the Premier League.
7 points.
I think it's still a big gap. Of course it is. But I just think 9 would have been too much. I think 7 just keeps it alive. And I think not only are they celebrating on the blue half of Merseyside tonight, Liverpool will feel like it's a defeat. They honestly will, because it comes so late in the day. The reason why they were so upset at full time, Arne Slot gets a red card as well, is because he feels like there was too much injury time played. Now, you've got to give that up to the referee. He decides. And he decided that they needed that much time, and it was just enough time for Tarkowski to smash that one in the back of the net. So, for me, it was a it was an unbelievable game. And it was fitting that it was the last Merseyside derby at this magnificent Goodison Park stadium.
You said that, I mean, it's the most red cards in this fixture even before tonight in Premier League history. I mean, that's 25 in terms of players, and add on a slot onto that as well. Virgil van Dijk, you thought the referee had a decent game. Has just said that referee Michael Oliver did not have the game under control, and I told him that.
Yeah.
Did he lose control at the end, Michael Oliver?
I don't think he did. I think it was really difficult. Who would want to be a referee? You know, in this sort of atmosphere, it was intimidating, the atmosphere. He had to keep a calm head. He made the decisions what he felt was the correct ones. It's hard. I mean, Virgil going to have a go at doing that job. You know, he wouldn't want to do that job. I mean, he was magnificent at what he does, Virgil van Dijk, but he was so calm in his interview and he was just collected the way he said it. I heard him say that. He said he felt that Michael had never had control of the game the whole evening, and he told him that. But he wasn't aggressive in the way he would have told him. He would have gone to... For me, I thought he had a good game, Michael Oliver, I really do. And I think VAR had a good game and got all the decisions right. So, you know, you can't knock the officials, you can't blame anyone. It's just a great game of football and a credit to the Premier League.
And just finally, you talked about your fondness for Goodison Park as a player yourself. You made your debut there. But, nights like that, they've got a lovely new stadium they're going to move into, but... We're going to miss Goodison Park, aren't we, for that? The nights like that.
Well, you need to create, and it takes a while to create an atmosphere and game, you know, for them fans who are used to going there, sitting in the same seat every other week. You know, and without them fans tonight, they do not get back in that game, I'm telling you. We talk about Celtic maybe having a chance to get back. The only way they get a chance to come back against Bayern Munich late on in the game is because of their crowd. Same with Everton tonight. The only way they come back in that game against Liverpool today, because their crowd drove them forward and it was like the 12th man for them. And they got what they deserved in the end, them punters.